Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, good morning. It is my pleasure to be here with you, albeit virtually, because it is a very special moment in time. The moment where we are witnessing what a sheer willpower and coordination across the globe can achieve. As Ben so aptly highlighted, this initiative was born not even 10 weeks ago, and we are standing here today with the results on the ground. This is what can be achieved when there is a will. And as they say, where there is a will, there is a way. Let me start by introducing my organization and by bringing you a picture of the global fertilizer market. My company, the International Fertilizer Association, is the only global fertilizer association bringing together more than 400 members with a mission to promote the efficient and responsible production, distribution, and use of plant nutrients, and to help feed the world sustainably. Some of you know that I spent a large part of my career in the World Bank Group. My first working trip from the World Bank was indeed to Africa, to Zimbabwe. Later on, I visited most of the countries on the continent, including Uganda. I have seen what farmers do and how critical they are for feeding the continent and potentially help feed the world. And for that I say, thank you. Let me talk a little bit about the state of the fertilizer world. In the last 2 years, industries performed well, even as the world experienced the global pandemic. So did agricultural markets, which were strong in 2020 in the face of COVID-19, with many governments around the world putting a renewed emphasis on food security. As a result of the strong agricultural demand, fertilizer markets increased, and this has intensified further in 2021 due to the supply chain disruptions. And these disruptions got worse today due to the war in Ukraine. The escalation of commodity prices mirrored rapid inflation across major commodity markets, from energy to freight, and many of these sectors, in fact, overlap with the fertilizer markets. These compounding factors have drastically altered the fundamentals of the fertilizer markets in the last 12 to 18 months. If 2021 was the year of the broken supply chains, 2022 continues in these trends, albeit for different reasons. So let us look at why this is the case. First and foremost, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has had significant impact on food supply. Russia and Ukraine are major producers and exporters of staple grains, particularly wheat, maize, and barley. And Russia, together with Belarus, is a large producer and exporter of fertilizers. Russia is the world's largest exporter of wheat, and Ukraine the 5th largest. They both are major food producers and exporters, accounting for a quarter of the world wheat exports, just about a quarter of barley, about 15% of maize, as well as significant value for pulses, meat, horticultural products, all critical to achieving diet diversity and proper nutrition. The world also started to understand the close interlinkages between food, natural gas, and fertilizer markets. Natural gas is used both as a feedstock and energy source in the production of ammonia, which is a base material, as you know, for all nitrogen fertilizers. And Russia and Belarus are also major suppliers of fertilizers. Russia accounts for 14% of the value of global fertilizer exports, and Belarus provides about a quarter of the global supply of potash. This latest crisis adds to the disruption in fertilizer value chains and agricultural transport due to COVID-19 restrictions. Restrictions in fertilizer trade are further magnifying the damage. So to sum it up, the war had two key impacts on food and nutrition security so far. First of all, a significant rise in global prices of food, fuel, and fertilizers, and concerns about the availability of key food items and fertilizers, even in markets not normally supplied by the Black Sea region, and for commodities other than wheat, such as oilseeds and maize. And I am sure you are seeing these impacts all around you. So what is the impact on Africa? The situation that I described has a major impact on Africa. There are several areas where you probably feel it already. First and foremost, it is the commodity prices. They are all up. Whether you build a shed on your farm or fixing up your store, that tin roof or steel beams cost a lot more than last year. And this is due to the energy situation and supply chain issues that I described above. Second, it is what we sometimes call the king dollar, major appreciation of the dollar vis-a-vis other currencies. And that drives up prices further. And next up is a shortage of commodities, their availability and their affordability. And here's where our initiative comes in, Sustain Africa initiative. We in the industry are well aware of the consequences of the conflict in Europe. We factored it into our forecast as early as January 2022. But what we did not expect is that we will blow past our worst case scenario by May of 2022. So we started working with the United Nations to ring alarm bells about the upcoming food crisis, to provide data, and to help make arguments for treating fertilizers as essential goods. And then we realized that it is not only the statistics, but action on the ground that needs to happen fast. And our companies, several of them, decided to contribute and provide discounted fertilizers on the continent. And we have great partners with us, such as Rabobank and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who are providing further concessional funds to do something which seems simple, but it is not. Delivering fertilizer to you, the farmers, so that you can grow food for your families. I am proud of the leadership of the companies that are here with us today, and I would like to thank them. Private sector is essential to ensuring global food security, and nowhere it is more true than in Africa. Going forward, we, the global fertilizer industry, will not lose sight of Africa. We aim to help feed the world, and we will do what is in our power and in the power of partnerships, such as the Sustain Africa initiative, to deliver to those who need it most. And today, I would like to join you in the celebration of what has been achieved to date and what is to come. Thank you.